Hi, hello, good afternoon. Today I am going to share details about the NFO, SIF NFO, Specialized Investment Fund NFO. Before getting into the video, this is Chokkalingam Palniyappan, Director, Prakla Wealth Private Limited. We are AMFI registered mutual fund distributor and our ARN is 49705. ICC Mutual Funds brand for SIF is isif. So isif has come out with active asset allocator long short fund. It's opening on the 19th of May and closing on 2 June 2026. So this is an active asset allocator fund as the name suggests. It dynamically invests across equity, debt, equity and debt derivatives, InvITs and commodity derivatives. Depending on the market conditions, they will move between the assets. At times, they will keep all the assets or certain asset classes. So this is the nature of the fund. Why it is important right now with the uncertain situation and with the war hanging on our head. So US-Iran war and other uncertainties happening, oil prices shooting up, dollar rupee rates going up, all these things are happening because of the war. So during these uncertain situations, active asset allocation helps to reduce the risk and makes the diversification, gives you the diversification that you need. So generally we all invest in equity for long-term capital appreciation and in debt for regular income. In commodities brings low correlation to equity and it reduces portfolio risk. Also it gives you the diversification. So this fund, isif asset allocator, long short fund, will invest anywhere between 35 to 80% in equities. Debt and commodities will form about 10 to 55%, and InvITs will form 0 to 20%. In commodities, they will go after gold, silver, aluminium, copper, and crude oil. And on the equities, generally they will buy low and sell high strategy. They will buy whichever is available cheaper and then sell at a higher price. It is not that easy, but that is the basic premises they get into. So the asset allocation hovers around across hedged equity, unhedged equity, fixed income and commodities. Maximum unhedged equity allocation can be up to 80%. So if the market is on a bull run, probably they will keep maximum in equity. And debt, they will follow an accrual and duration strategy, a combined strategy. So they will also invest for interest rates. At the same time, they will play the duration, long short. I won't say long short. They will buy when interest rates are rising. They will buy short-term funds, short-term bonds, and when interest rates are dropping, they will buy long-dated bonds. That is the duration strategy, what we call. And commodities decision on commodities will be based on macroeconomic indicators such as inflation, currency, and other movements. So ICICI has a wider experience, in the asset allocation part. In the hybrid, they are one of the top fund houses who are doing hybrid very well, and they have been advocating in the market for quite long on the active asset allocation as well as hybrid funds. So they have a good experience, and particularly in SIF, fund managers should have long short experience. ICC claims that they have more than 43,000 crores of assets in the derivative area alone. So they have fund managers, analysts totaling about 70 numbers, and their research covers more than 650 companies across 24 sectors. So ICICI as a fund house is much larger. Now the AMC is listed in the market as well. So who can consider these fund? Generally risk averse investor or medium risk investors who are afraid of the current volatilities in the market, and who are senior citizens, conservative investors, not ultra conservative, I would say medium conservative investors. So all these people can look at this offering. The minimum ticket size is 10 lakhs. If you had already invested in ISIF, then any amount you can invest, not an issue. Even lower than 10 lakhs you can invest. And how about the taxation? If you keep the fund for more than a year, it falls under equity taxation. If you withdraw the fund within a year, then the taxation will be at your slab rate. This is very critical. If you are, so don't put your money that you want to take out within a year. Minimum more than 1 year from a taxation perspective, this fund is good. And SIPs can you do after putting 10 lakhs? Yes, you can do on a monthly basis 10,000, on a daily basis 5,000, on a quarterly basis 20,000, etc. etc. SWP they haven't introduced yet. Probably we hope in the future they will introduce. And Prakla Wealth is one of the few hundred distributors nationally who are doing SIF. We have license for the same. Hence, if you have any queries or doubts regarding this SIF, please feel free to call us. We would be happy to help you. And also, if you want to invest in SIF, please feel free to reach us. Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme related documents carefully.